A huge crowd here in the Scandinavium prepares for this weekend's finale to both the Remacra FEI World Cup Dressage Series and the Rolex FEI World Cup Show Jumping Series. And the crowds have been so enthusiastic, looking forward to tonight's freestyle to music. And home star Patrick Kittel has set the standard to beat, and he's already got his ticket booked to 's-Hertogenbosch. But as is the case throughout at Gothenburg this weekend, it's all about who's going to take those last few qualifying places from these all-important Western European League shows into those finals on the 20th, 21st of April in 's-Hertogenbosch. But Steve, looking forward to tomorrow's Rolex FEI World Cup qualifier. What's so important here at Gothenburg?
Well, it's the last few points, as you say, the 12th of 12. It's a tight arena here, very small. It's probably the smallest on the circuit. You've got to have a horse that's suited. But if you haven't got quite enough points, and about this year I would think about 40-41 points would be about the cut-off point. Normally it's 45. There's been two qualifiers this year that haven't made any points at all. Verona was cancelled because of the unfortunate death of Hickstead, and Vigo went by the wayside. That didn't take place at all. So you don't need quite so many points this year. People on around about 41 points, like Malin Barrier-Johnson, she's on 41 and she's on 16th. That is about the danger area. Michael Vlander Vleuten, he's another one, he's on 18, but he's on 36. So, you know, then they're going to get through, but if anyone comes along like Dermot Lennon, Rick Hemerick, and they're both here this afternoon, they're on 30-32. If they were to get a top 10 placing tomorrow, they could overtake people at the moment that are 18th, 16th or whatever. So there's about 10 people really fighting for the last couple of places.
Gothenburg, you've jumped here, it's held so many finals, it's got a real place in the World Cup history.
Yeah.
The crowd here, just amazing, aren't they?
Unbelievable. You can see the arena, I'm sure, from this shot. It's just a complete vertical wall of people all the way around. It's an ice hockey stadium. It's been here since the year dot. I rode in a World Cup final here and a couple of qualifiers 25 years, well, 25, 30 years ago, let's be very truthful. It's a very tiny arena. You need a special horse here, a handy horse, a horse that's very obedient and a very careful one. Because the tracks are very big, they're light poles, always have been. Not as light as they used to be. If you had a super careful horse, you would always bring it here because they could jump the tracks. But now they're not only careful and light poles, they're very, very big as well. So top people here to beat as well. The standard gets unbelievably higher every year.
Well, exactly. Those top people, the top two in the Rolex League, are not there by any accident, are they?
No, I mean, Rolf Göran Bengtsson and Kevin Stout, two of the best in the world, if not the best in the world. They're quite rightly on 77 or 73 points. They've been absolutely on fire all winter long. The third man, Dennis Lynch, a very good man from Tipperary Island, he's got arguably as good a string of horses as there are on the circuit. He's in third place. Marco Kuchar, he wins World Cup qualifiers like Shellin Pease, he's on fifth. Steve Gerdat has got another tremendous horse coming along, he's got a great string. Ludger Beerbaum, he's in seventh. Pierce Schweitzer, Nick Skelton done tremendously well on the American circuit. That's how he comes to be qualified. He's not here, but he will be in the final because Nick, for example, is on 48 points. He's home and dried. But the standard here will be unreal this weekend because people so badly want to get to 's-Hertogenbosch in April.
Thank you, Steve. The Rolex FEI World Cup Show Jumping Qualifier from Gothenburg tomorrow, Sunday, at 3 Central European Time, and tonight's Remacra FEI World Cup Dressage Freestyle to Music at 19:55 Central European Time from the Scandinavian in Gothenburg.